Hello, my beautiful people. Here we are back in my channel, Sumaglima TV. Have you guys watched the movie? No, I'm not going to talk about Maria Callas. No. Have you guys watched the movie The Substance? La Sustancia in español, The Substance. I watched it earlier today, even though most of my friends told me for the last couple of months to watch it, that it was very good, but nasty, but tragic, but bloody. But first of all, I don't like scary movies. I really don't. And when there's blood, I'm a big scary cat. But it was on Netflix today, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me watch it because people are talking about it. It has been nominated for 5 Golden Globes, I believe, for this year. And I don't know if it's going to be nominated by the Oscars, but for the Golden Globes, I'm pretty sure that Demi Moore is gonna be snatching a trophy, which I'm pretty sure the screenplay and a couple of people from the movie, because it was terrific. It was kind of nasty. It was insane, and the whole story begins with Elizabeth Sparkle. That's her name. The Substance. It's a 2024 body horror film written, directed, co-edited, and co-produced by Coralie Farget. It follows a fading celebrity, Elizabeth Sparkle, which is Demi Moore, who are being fired by her producer, Dennis Quaid, due to her age, and she uses a black market drug that creates a much younger version of herself. And the one that plays that one is Margaret Qualley, with unexpected side effects. I watched the whole movie, my beautiful people, and I was gagging. I couldn't believe, because let's be realistic, in society, most of us grown woman after 40, we're trying to reverse aging, gracefully. I'm trying to age gracefully, taking care of my skin, eating healthy, and I'm okay with it. Some people do drastic surgery, like Miss Jocelyn Wildstein, that passed away a couple of days ago this week, as we all know, and I made a video about her too. You can always look at it in my content, in my channel, in my Sumaglima TV. But anyway, this terrific movie, I couldn't believe what I was watching, because it's a story about Elizabeth Sparkle, which is Demi Moore, that she's kind of like an aerobics teacher, like Jane Fonda, if you guys remember back in the 80s. And she was well known. She had her good old days, but it got to the point that she went to the bathroom, and her producer, manager, Dennis Quaid, was in the bathroom. He was talking on the phone, and he was mentioning and talking to somebody that on the phone, saying that they were looking for somebody younger to represent Elizabeth Sparkle, which is Demi Moore, because she was getting old. She had just turned 50, and people didn't want to watch that as much. As let's be realistic when it comes to living in that. As a model, as a former professional model that I was, after 30, 35, your profession goes down. So being as an actress, even though if you're very, very, very talented, the roles that you have to play are very small. And we have seen that with Ava Gardner, with Katharine Hepburn, even though Katharine Hepburn died pretty old, and she did on Golden Pond. Remember, you guys, with Jane Fonda and her father, and Peter Fonda, which was beautiful. But not too many actresses, after they turn 40, 50, they're like, bye-bye, your time is done. You make your money, and it's time for the new, younger generation that is hungrier and ready to go for it. And it's understandable, because that's what life is all about. You gotta enjoy it while you have it, while you're young. And in this case, Elizabeth Sparkle, she was so well known, and when she find out that Dennis Quaid, her producer, was looking for somebody to represent her and get her out of the show, because she was getting older, Demi Moore, Elizabeth Sparkle, she goes under the black market, and she finds this substance that they only sell it in the black market, and it was an injection that she will shoot herself. But the funny freaky thing is that when she shoots her, when she does that herself, she kind of like literally falls on the floor, and then her back starts opening up, and then there's like another human coming out of there, and that's the other girl. That the girl that comes out of there is Margaret Qualley. She will be the new Elizabeth Sparkle. In other words, after it's a whole treatment that Demi Moore has to do it. After the first shot, that's when the whole thing happens, and the other version of herself, another person, comes out through her back. It rips open, and then every single day she needs to shoot herself, and then also shoot Demi Moore that she's in the closet for the reason that she needs to get the mother cells out of her body to put it on herself with the substance for her to be able to keep on, because she was living like life, like how can I say, she was the younger version of Demi Moore, Elizabeth Sparkle, but she had to do these shots every single day because all these weird things will come up, because in the reality the mother, the Matrix, was Elizabeth Sparkle, which was Demi Moore. So every time the young girl, Margaret, she will, which in the movie her name is Sue, she got to be well known just like Elizabeth Sparkle. She got to be famous, and she was like over the top. And then she's doing one of the shows, and all of a sudden one of her bones in the back moves, and they kind of see something that is weird. Then she starts realizing that she needs to start taking the medication like kind of like daily, because she gets the mother cells from Demi Moore, put it on herself, plus the substance, so she can have life, so she can have the youth. Meanwhile, Demi Moore is still alive, kind of like sleeping, but still alive, because Zoo sew up her back, her entire back. And then there's a part where Demi wakes up, and she's like, instead of being 50, she's like 70 years old. Her leg, her arm, she can barely walk, and she sees herself in the mirror, and she's just monstrous. And it's just horrific, because then she realizes that the medicine, the substance is finishing, and they need to get more substance. And it gets to the point where there's no more substance, and in other words, she needs to, that. And then Sue is invited to the New Year's ball, because I'm going to be paying her a lot of money. She's the face of the United States, and everybody wants her. And then she's getting ready to go to the New Year Eve ball drop, and then she sees that something is wrong with her. Her teeth starts falling off. And she goes to the bathroom, and they all start coming off. She realizes that she needs the medication. She goes back to the house, and then she realized that there's no more medication, that she asked for the substance, and the substance was for her to literally do that to Demi Moore, and she does it. But then the scary part about the whole thing is, because Demi Moore, Elizabeth Sparkle, gets into a fight with Sue, the new version of Demi. They get into a horrible fight. They both kind of like, you know what I mean? And then they both kind of become one. So it's kind of sick, because Sue does end up going to the New Year ball drop. But then once she's on the stage with the beautiful cabaret girls, she comes out into a monster that Demi Moore's face is here. It is just disgusting. It is gross. It's amazing. I love that. It's a movie that I would highly recommend it to all of you guys. I know I just spilled the beans in the whole entire movie, but I had to say it. I had to mention it. You gotta go watch it. The Substance is nominated for 5 Golden Globes. We don't know that about if she's nominated for the Oscars, but it's a really good movie. Freaky, scary, very thrilling, but it's different. Who knows? Maybe we are getting to that stage that we just need the mother cells injected into our body for us to look younger, and I believe it will happen. Leave your comments down below. I love you all. Bye. The substance.